What's going down, Vault Hunters? I have some keys for you that are going to help you loot over 9,000. Because we got some hot keys, hot news, and a whole bunch of tetherment from Steam and Crossplay in today's news report on Borderlands 3. So my name's Mac here at the MacGyver 7th channel, and let's go ahead and slide right into that news. Now, with March 5th upon us, I wanted to wait to the 6th because I knew Randy and the other sources I would be rolling out some hotkeys for this game, because the other keys I do have are for the prequel sequel. I got 10 keys for you prequel sequels players, and 3 golden keys for the weekend. So these are time sensitive. Please enter these in at the right time. I've had people leave comments they don't work, but that's because they're time sensitive. Let's get to the news, shall we? To start on the 2K support, if you ever face anything, you can always click this link and this will directly go to right there, and you can always go to 2K support and submit any future points that come and roll out during their hotfixes in between physical updates. They go for the console. This is not a console update, this is something that they updated through their server. This addressed the concerns of the Hand Luke and Gaby Gretchen would occasionally spawn in the walls during the play of fire, addressing a report and the concern of the iridium jars in the Atlas HQ, where the occasionally despawn would occur when leaving the area. Now, this one will be downright hilarious as I scroll up to reveal that it's hiding behind a bush, no more, behind what they fixed. The concerns would sometimes players would be rallying in the spin popcorn. We get stuck in a bush. That should have been addressed, and you should no longer be getting stuck in that bush. Unless there's some dude that pops out of nowhere and be like, is that your bush? And then you'd have to wonder if you're in a Harold and Kumar episode. But looking at the point of the address concerns past that, we look at the characters that sometimes could be stuck in the rat's nest at the tree near the beginning of the market district. On top of the concerns, the player is sometimes able to escape the boss arena during the trials of the cunning. On top of that, the like, follow, and obey skin was sometimes displaying corrupt textures across the gunner. Now looking at the Vault Hunter fixes, we have a lot to digest for this week of what they have addressed in the end game for the instance of updating the description in the text and the actual game values removed in the instant penalties that were not reported on the skill description. Addressing the reports in the instance where the gunner skill and its description sometimes showed inaccurate values. Hell on rails. The skills description was occasionally shown at a plus 30 for the fuel drain instead of the actual plus 8 that was responding to. The corrosive rounds that were skill descriptions was occasionally showing a negative 50. The railgun damage in the fuel drain instead of an actual 33. Addresses and reports the concerns of the gunner active tracking. On top of the skills, the receiving a 50% penalty to damage per missile and ammo. The capacity that was not listed in the skill description, we have removed this penalty. They fixed a typo with the Beastmaster and the Ferocious Attack skill in English. On top of the situation, they addressed a report concerns that the blood-cooled jackpot beam attacks where bypassing the operative barrier. I can't help but break that down because that's like one of those big ones I'm glad they finally addressed. It's kind of a bummer. But all dramatics aside, we're going down to the weapons on top of the situation of what they've been looking inside of the legendaries to get them up to par. So if you had a legendary and released the Mayhem in spring 2020, you might be a little bit more on par. They released these details during the PAX event, and you can definitely follow it up with some of the stuff that I followed there directly in the last patch note. Inside the EM-P5, they increased damage by 80% while airborne, so as long as you're doing your karate kicks and shooting, you are good. Just keep airborne and don't touch that ground. For as far as the increasements amount on the shotgun projectiles, it went from 6 to 8. The increasements to the reload on the barrels and the shotgun and the rates were under the barrel on the shotgun refill ammo, increasing the weapon's damage on both firing modes, and then the firestorm comes down to increased damage. The Hell Shock increased the number of the projectiles per shot to 2, and then increased the weapon damage as we scroll down to see the list. Karato also gets an increased damage on top of the 9-volt, increasing its damage over 9,000 as well. Not a quotable point, but I'm just saying that it's a DBZ reference. I don't want someone to be like, it didn't go over 9,000. It was like, maybe you should check your scouter. Looking at the sickle, it increases the fire rate and the weapon damage. On top of the smart gun, it increased the weapon damage and the damage on the thrown projectiles. Storm increased the damage on top of the weapon on top of the Thunderbolt Fist. Now finally giving a ball of increasement with the damage for the initial shots and those and at the Thunderballs. Before we end over transitioning to the keys that I'm going to go ahead and release, we're going to talk very briefly about what's happening on March 13th and the transition of Steam. Getting the full release of Borderlands and pushing forward for the added content for what you need and desire. So this is a big step, and they will have a nice step for you to transfer all of your PC plays on top of those portions that you've already invested in. We're going to make it easy. That's why they're making this transition. This article will be linked down below. And a basic description of what they give you is just the PC crossplay power by Shift, and you'll be able to join the forces with the PC players regardless of where you purchase the game on Steam and or Epic Store. You have your choice to want to buy. But I think we want to get to keys. I want to keep that one short. There's some other stuff that you can get into for pre-ordering it on the 10th and all that other fun stuff. So if that is your article, bon appetit. It is in the description down below. But who wants 3 golden keys right now? I think you. Yeah, you deserve it. Yeah, you. But make sure that this is redeemed within a nice time, the 9th at 10 a.m. Central. So you're looking at the Pacific Standard Time, 6. East Coast, you got 12. You can kind of chill. But if you are in the States, that is going to be your time limit on Monday. So make sure you use this Sunday as a safe play for as far as that. You got a few days. I'm going to use these instantly. And that's going to be the code. I'm going to bring it up a little closer so you can see. But again, these will also be in the description down below. As you can see right there, we have our golden keys, Shazam, and let's go ahead and show the redemption of those. And you can see March 7th, because at this point in time, it's trickling over from their server to think it's the 7th, because they're from Texas. Gearbox is geared in the center of the United States, so they follow that central time. That's why they like to rhyme with that around 9 o'clock. But go ahead and have those redemption. Let's go ahead and get to the prequel sequel codes. Your first set will have console specific. So make sure if you're using PC, Xbox, or PlayStation that they enter in those corresponding codes within the link that I'll have posted. You'll get 5 keys. These ones will run up until March 23rd. Make sure you redeem those in Universal Time. So again, make sure you redeem those the 22nd so you don't end up going, they're expired. The next set of codes will raise it to a nice clean 10. Again, following the same rules that will be applicable from the last time, you should have a total of 13 keys. So level up and get some really cool loot. So everyone, if you are new to the network, you can always like, share, and subscribe. Absolutely free and helps me as a creator. And if you do today, who knows? Maybe, just maybe, Guybrush Threepwood, yes, if you know that, apparently Monkey Island's pretty popular nowadays, might sail the seas yet again. That'd be kind of cool. I'd subscribe to that. You should too. Anyways, everyone, have a nice day, and I'll see you guys and gals in the near future for Borderlands, gaming, and tech-related news. And if you click the link that is roughly right over there, that should be one that YouTube suggests that you should probably watch. Might be cool. And this is the one that I'm going to subscribe to you to watch up here. All right, everyone, take it easy, and see you later.